Hey tech fan, welcome back. Fresh data has recently challenged the ongoing discussion about the cost of electric heating versus gas, indicating that the expenses might be considerably lower in electricity than previously stated. Today, we hope to dive deeper into these findings and shed light on the nuances surrounding this electric versus gas heating debate. We began by analyzing an article from The Guardian that discusses the ongoing debate in the United States about the most efficient and affordable method of heating homes during the winter season, gas or electricity. This has become a significant point of contention in the ongoing debate about climate change. President Biden strongly disagreed with the Republicans and the fossil fuel industry who voiced their concerns over the gradual phasing out of gas stoves by U.S. regulators. This progressive decision aims to address the pressing issue of greenhouse gas emissions. Personally, I appreciate having a gas stove or at least the ability to purchase and use one. Before allowing my personal preferences to influence my judgment, let's embrace the pursuit of objectivity and thoroughly analyze this topic. Take, for example, a recent publication from Dispatch.com stated gas is 40% cheaper than electric. It included what The Guardian called the right-wing Daily Caller, who recently reported, American households that rely on electricity for heating will experience a significant increase in expenses this winter, adding hundreds of dollars to their bills compared to those who utilize gas as their energy source. The Guardian disagrees with this argument, saying that recently obtained data from the federal government has been brought to attention by Rewiring America, an organization that supports green policies. Those pro or against green policies have been questioned, making consumers wonder if this data is unbiased when it comes to published works. Consider the concerns raised by the Daily Caller regarding the transition away from heating systems that rely on fossil fuels. According to The Guardian, this statement is misleading because it fails to consider the effects of innovative technologies in electric furnaces and other devices. A brand new report out of EIA.gov regarding the energy consumption trends in the United States. The report analyzes energy usage by sectors, energy sources, and trends over time. The report is important because it helps policymakers and businesses understand the current state of energy consumption in the country and make informed decisions about energy policies and investments like the winter fuels outlook. The report predicts the expenses of households using different fuel sources for heating during November to March. According to the forecast, customers using heating oil will have the highest costs, estimated at $1,856. Propane users will face the second highest expenses, around $1,337, while electricity users are expected to pay $1,063. Lastly, gas users will have the lowest costs, totaling just $605, making natural gas the winner. The Guardian disagrees with this number because it doesn't take into account the distinction between older electric resistance appliances, such as electric baseboard heaters and electric space heaters, and more efficient alternatives like electric heat pumps, which have higher operating costs. According to Wael Kanj, a research associate at Rewiring America, it is important to recognize that although both machines function on electricity, they possess inherent differences that set them apart. He likened this distinction to averaging the maximum speed of a Power Wheels toy car and a Tesla vehicle. With a furnace, heat is moved from the outside to the inside in order to warm homes. Similarly, heat is moved from the inside to the outside to cool homes. These devices are placed outside the buildings and are capable of providing both heating and cooling functions. During the summer, they expel warm air from the home, while in the winter they bring warm air in. Unlike other heating systems that produce heat, heat pumps work by transferring heat from one place to another. This method enables them to efficiently warm homes. Some would say very efficiently. Using electric resistance heaters use twice the amount of energy than this alternative. Research conducted by the Federal Energy Information Agencies has shown that electric heaters are much more energy efficient than oil and gas heaters, using only 2 to 3 times less energy. This groundbreaking discovery highlights the remarkable potential of electric heating as a sustainable and cost-effective alternative. Heat pumps are renowned for their eco-friendly nature and are projected to have significantly lower operating expenses compared to the $1,063 estimate provided by the Energy Information Agency in their winter predictions report for electric heating. The Guardian disagrees with this number because it doesn't take into account the distinction between older electric resistance appliances, such as electric baseboard heaters and electric space heaters, and more efficient alternatives like electric heat pumps, which have higher operating costs. According to Weil Kinge, a research associate at Rewiring America, it is important to recognize that although both machines function on electricity, they possess inherent differences that set them apart. He likened this distinction to averaging the maximum speed of a Power Wheels toy car and a Tesla vehicle. With a furnace, heat is moved from the outside to the inside in order to warm homes. Similarly, heat is moved from the inside to the outside to cool homes. These devices are placed outside the buildings and are capable of providing both heating and cooling functions. During the summer, they expel warm air from the home, while in the winter, they bring warm air in. Unlike other heating systems that produce heat, heat pumps work by transferring heat from one place to another. This method enables them to efficiently warm homes. Some would say very efficiently, using electric resistance heaters use twice the amount of energy than this alternative. Research conducted by the Federal Energy Information Agencies has shown that electric heaters are much more energy efficient than oil and gas heaters, using only 2 to 3 times less energy. This groundbreaking discovery highlights the remarkable potential of electric heating as a sustainable and cost-effective alternative. Heat pumps are renowned for their eco-friendly nature and are projected to have significantly lower operating expenses compared to the $1,063 estimate provided by the Energy Information Agency in their Winter Predictions Report for electric heating. According to Rewiring America, there is a problem when the agency calculates costs because they have to consider all the different uses of each type of fuel. The cost estimates for electricity customers include the energy used by other electric devices, such as fridges and electronics. The agency's projections for gas, oil, and propane customers include additional uses of the same fuel. For example, gas projections also take into account fuel usage for stoves. However, according to Kinge, electricity has the most extensive variety of uses in American households. The federal report acknowledges a disparity in the fuel costs between heat pumps and electric resistance heaters. There is a possibility that the total expenses in this forecast might differ from initial predictions. This could be attributed to various factors such as equipment performance, housing characteristics, and location. It provides an example by stating that heat pumps are more efficient compared to electric resistance heating. All that said is nice. But the real question is, does this mean they're better than gas? Gas furnaces have been the standard heating system for decades, primarily due to their affordability and consistent performance. They operate by burning natural gas, which releases heat that warms the air and is then distributed throughout the home. Gas furnaces are generally considered to be more cost-effective than electric furnaces, especially in regions with abundant natural gas reserves. However, gas furnaces raise concerns about their environmental impact. Natural gas is a fossil fuel, and its combustion releases greenhouse gases, contributing to climate change. Additionally, potential leaks in gas lines can pose safety risks, including carbon monoxide poisoning. While electric furnaces have gained traction in recent years as a more environmentally friendly option, they operate by converting electricity into heat, eliminating the direct emission of greenhouse gases. Electric furnaces are also considered to be safer as they do not involve the combustion of flammable fuels. Consumers should ask if the production of everyday items in our homes will be affected by electric mandates or changes. It is important to determine whether the net output of CO2 in the environment is positive or negative. Electric cars are indeed considered better for the environment in comparison to gas-powered vehicles. However, it is crucial that we thoroughly evaluate the materials and resources utilized in the production of so-called environmentally friendly vehicles. If we look only at the end user, then we have to ask ourselves if we are taking a comprehensive approach to evaluate the full chain and life cycle of these products. Electric furnaces face challenges in terms of cost and efficiency. Traditionally, electric furnaces are not as efficient as gas furnaces, so older units need more electricity to generate the same amount of heat. We'll have to research if there's a long-term cost savings to electric furnaces over gas, and take into consideration how the electricity powering the units is produced from both sides of the debate. I think everyone supports the ideas to reduce harmful effects to the environment. The U.S. government has taken significant steps to promote renewable energy sources and reduce reliance on fossil fuels. These initiatives are and will continue to have a direct impact on the debate between gas and electric. The Biden administration has set ambitious goals for reducing greenhouse gas emissions, including a target of net zero emissions by 2050. To reach these goals, the administration strongly supports electrification, which means replacing fossil fuel-powered appliances with electric alternatives and sometimes making it mandatory in certain areas. This push for electrification is seen as a significant driver for the adoption of electric furnaces. There are some additional key considerations for homeowners. When homeowners have to choose between a gas and electric furnace, they need to think about cost, efficiency, environmental impact, and safety. Now, let's delve into the matter of cost. Gas furnaces are generally recognized for their lower operating costs compared to electric furnaces, particularly in areas that have ample reserves of natural gas. However, the cost of electricity can fluctuate, and the upfront costs of electric furnaces may be lower. Then what is everyone is worried about? Efficiency. Electric furnaces are typically less efficient than gas furnaces, meaning they require more electricity to produce the same amount of heat. Technological advancements are improving electric furnaces' efficiency, making them more competitive according to Dar-Noor. There are actual savings when using electric furnaces, contrary to what was mentioned in previous articles. What is the true environmental impact? Gas furnaces contribute to greenhouse gas emissions, while electric furnaces do not directly emit greenhouse gases. However, the environmental impact of electric furnaces depends on the source of electricity generation, meaning energy does not come out of nowhere. Noor and other supporters believe wind and solar energy are the solution. We must address one last crucial question. Which option is the safer choice? Gas furnaces pose a potential risk of carbon monoxide leaks, while electric furnaces do not have this safety concern. So, definitely 1 point to electric furnaces. Now, when it comes to the safety of making sure you actually have electricity when you need to heat up your home, especially for those states who have freezing or near freezing temperatures. Take the example that occurred in February 2021 in Texas. They had a major power crisis, which came about during 3 severe winter storms sweeping across the United States. The storms triggered the worst energy infrastructure failure in Texas state history, leading to shortages of water, food, and heat. More than 4.5 million homes and businesses were left without power, some for several days. Around 246 people lost their lives directly or indirectly due to the crisis, although some estimates suggest that the number might be as high as 702. Ironically, Governor Greg Abbott initially blamed the outages on frozen wind turbines and solar panels. This billion-dollar example is not just about electricity versus gas. Even the gas lines were impacted. Living in a highly populated area with regular electrical blackouts typically in the summer, we're unfortunately getting used to the regulation of grid shutdowns, intentional or accidental. Typically, we are used to having the bias toward natural gas as it's never been shut but once for general maintenance. So what would this mean once we place more demand in the winter on electrical systems? Would it, in theory, act very similar to the demand on AC systems during the summer? Outside of the Texas exception, I would vote for natural gas as the winner for reliability. The decision between gas and electric furnaces is a multifaceted one, impacted by numerous factors and influenced by the ever-changing energy landscapes. As green initiatives in the U.S. shape the energy sector, homeowners need to assess their choices and make informed decisions that match their priorities and circumstances. If buying a new heating solution today, I would highly consider the future regulatory demands going on in your current city or state. Well, those of us who may be forced into making those changes should obviously consider expressing your opinions to your representatives and do what we can that is both responsible and reasonable during these times. If you made it this far, we want to say thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll hit that like and subscribe button to continue to get new and great updated tech information breaking it down. Keeping it simple for those of us who are not so techie. See you at the next episode and stay techie, my friends.